Greetings everyone, my name is Jack5 and welcome back to GameMaker MemoryMaker, where I single-handedly destroy the integrity of my own fanbase. I'm focusing a lot more on these videos in particular because, as I mentioned before, there is a finite number of GameMaker Studio games that I made and can cover. Today I'll be showing you Sender, my crowning achievement as a game developer. It's effectively a fan sequel to Receiver, which is a 3D survival shooter in which your controls are unnecessarily complicated. Sender turns Receiver into a twin-stick shooter, well, at least as close as you could get to a twin-stick shooter on a PC. It has 3 levels, a high score system, difficulties, good music, meaning I don't have to mute the audio, and it also has 2 incarnations. Stay tuned for the second one. I'll be playing through this game on hard difficulty because it's not fair for me to play a standard. Alright. This is how the game looks. You control where your ship faces. Well, it's not a ship, it's more like a drone. You control where the drone faces with your mouse and use W, A, S, and D to control how it moves. You'll see those red bars on the side there, and those actually control whether you can move or not. If you reach 100%, then you're stuck and you have to wait for the power to fall down. So I'm gonna go through, wait for my power to drop. The higher your power is, the harder it is to refill. And here are the, so here's some guides. So this is saying, go over here and get ready to shoot 2 bullets. And I'm awful right now. There we go. Okay, that's our first enemy got rid of. Now I gotta get rid of another enemy. It's really just as easy as doing that. Oh, I only got 1 shot. Okay, there we go. Oh, we also have tasers. So there's turrets and tasers in this game. Here's an Easter egg. Makes a chicken noise that I filmed myself and I'm... Yep, it happened. Now, I think... Yep, okay, that turret's dead. So these guides only appear in the first level. You never see them again, because, I mean, this is a tutorial level. It's supposed to do this. I forgot most of the layout of this stuff. Whoa, okay. Almost died to that. Alright, now I gotta take out this guy. Done. Okay, another thing you have to do is collect these cassette tapes, which, add to your objective. You need to complete all objectives, and the objectives are shoot all enemies and, collect all cassettes. By the way, this song is called City Border. This song ruins the album. Yes, that is the actual name of the song. Okay, last enemy, done. Collect the cassette tape, and now we return to the spawn point. And once we get there, we will advance to the next level. Now I have the timer disabled. You can't see the timer on my screen. However, it is timing my game and will save my high score to the best stage times. Okay, there we go. We just joined the next stage. This one is called weapons testing. That's what this one is called. All of these oh jeez. Okay, I got a hit. And hits are you only get the one. Hold on, what am I saying? Basically, once you get hit, you're stuck like that forever, and if you get hit once more, you're basically dead. Also, there's the time bomb, and as you can see, marked in a pattern here is the radius of the bomb, so as long as you don't go in there, you'll be fine. Okay, this is gonna be a little tricky. I gotta wedge myself in here, and then quickly! Oh, okay, I died. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not perfect at this, and playing on hard might be a death sentence. I mean, I'm not even playing on suicide, so just be thankful that I'm not playing on suicide. This is basically what the levels boil down to. Kill every enemy, collect the cassettes. I've mentioned that already, but it's very stealth-based. If you're not stealthy, you need to take your time. Your drone is purposefully slow. Whoa! Almost died there. I just have to get this right. Get this one part right, which I failed to do before. Oh, okay, I got hit, but at least that enemy is dead. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. This one's easy. Done. Okay, collect that cassette. Now I can move on. I'm at 17 out of 30, so I'm a bit stressed out. I might actually cut this footage up so that you're not seeing the entirety of what I'm doing right now. Oh, it might actually be a hopper. That's probably what it is, because Half-Life 2 is always an inspiration. So it's probably a hopper from Half-Life 2. Gotta be careful here. Now, I'm not sure about that place. I think I'll come back to that later. Oh, that's a taser. Alright, got rid of that. Freaking out over some stuff that I shouldn't be freaking out over. Also, I collected another Easter egg. I'm gonna see if I can collect all 3 Easter eggs, because you do get a pretty rewarding Easter. I guess it's kind of rewarding. It's not really. It lacks the same appeal as the rest of the game, but it is funny. I'm certain that there's something down there. Nope. Okay, never mind. I'm being paranoid. Whoa, that's a taser! Oh my goodness, okay. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna skip weapons testing. Let's just move straight to Master Control, because that took way too much time for me to get up there, but you get the general gist of it. Now this song is a remix from one of the Receiver songs, and it is the best song. It most definitely is the best song on the entire soundtrack for this game. Oh, that's right. If you don't have enough capacity for the entirety of the ammo pack, it actually saves its amount of ammo until later, so that you can come back and pick up the ammo later on. Also, look at this. I can do something cheeky right here. Look at that. Immediately just decimated that turret, because it couldn't see me. All the turrets spin in place, so it's very easy to get a flank shot on them. A majority of the graphics in this are generated on the fly. So, for example, the walls are all one texture. However, these walls actually change texture depending on the level, and in the scripting, they're all just one object. So it's actually working out based on how the you know what, I'm just gonna skip to go to easy, so I don't have to pick up cassettes. Basically, so say this is one object, this is another object, and the sprites that are used for these objects are worked out on the fly. I never really got to a point where I was able to implement a level editor. I really wanted to implement a level editor, but I never got around to doing that, which is pretty sad, because, I mean, this game is kind of perfect for a level editor. You would expect that kind of feature to be added, but unfortunately I just didn't know enough about how to program stuff that I just gave up. Okay, now this one's gonna chase me, but I know where it's coming from. Too easy. Okay. Oh, I forgot about that one. I really do think that I should have kept the guides. Okay. Whoa, okay. Now I gotta do it for this one. Done. What's next? Whoa. Another thing about the turrets is that they do have random bullet spread, so sometimes the shots might not hit you completely because you're so far away, but most of the time they will hit you because the bullets are fast. Again, this is only the first incarnation of this game. There are 2 incarnations, although they're very similar to each other, and I'll explain why when we get to the second incarnation. I guess this would have translated better to a 3D game, because losing power is very easy to do. You basically just have to stop moving after a certain amount of time. You could spam the key and you'll lose very minimal percentage, like this. Like you see here that I'm always at 0% because the drain of the power is faster when you have less percent. Anyway, I don't need to do that for the whole video. You probably hear enough of it. Oh, that taser's gonna come after me, but thankfully this is an easy difficulty, so I'm not worrying about it too much. Again, I have too much ammo, and I don't even need to get these pickups because I'm hardly using any of my bullets. So let me detail the basic story of Sender to you. You are a person, you're piloting a drone, which is, you're trapped inside Mindtech, and you want to tell people outside of Mindtech that you are trapped and the facility is killing people off. And in Receiver, your role changes to a person who's on the outside who is trying to infiltrate Mindtech and end their operations. I think that's how I envisioned it. Okay, there is a turret at the end of that hallway. Gotta... Oh man. Okay, I'm losing a lot of bullets at the moment. So I try to, because there is no real rigid story for Receiver apart from the audio cassettes that you can pick up, but even those are very vague. So I tried my best to bridge the gap that, fill in the blanks that Receiver left with Receiver. Let me just patrol around and see if I can find the last 5 turrets. This becomes like a maze when you've gotten most of the turrets. You basically just have to go searching for, okay, if I fail this, I'm gonna have to go looking for bullets. Thankfully I didn't, and I'm awesome. And I picked up 5 bullets again. Okay, now it's a maze. I've got to find the remaining 2 turrets. And I don't remember the map layout that well, so... Oh, okay, I think they're there. Oh, there's one of them. Okay, well that's easy. And is the other one here? I think they must be. Yep, that's the remaining one, okay. Now, thankfully, I know where the spawn point is, so I won't have trouble finding that. Alright, we're gonna head to the spawn point right now. I collected all 3 Easter eggs, and I'll show you what that Easter egg is as soon as I get there without draining my power again. I don't want to be an idiot. Okay, and as you can see, we have this little icon over here that is a reference to Slender the 8 Pages, or Slender the Arrival, whatever. Clicking on it will initiate this secret level, which is, I believe it still works in the same way that all other difficulties work, but the basic gist of this is you're just collecting 8 audio cassettes. Nothing else is happening. It keeps up this spooky atmosphere to trick you into thinking that something's going to happen, but nothing's going to happen. You're literally just going around collecting audio cassettes. I was planning to add some artificial intelligence to this map that would follow you around, and the more audio cassettes you collect, rather, the faster and more aggressive the AI becomes. No, actually, the more AI that you see, and the AIs would stop following you if you get too far away. They would randomly appear around the map, but I decided against that just because it would take too much time for something that people wouldn't really see. Can you shoot? No, you can't shoot. You're out of bullets. And then when you collect the final cassette, you get this message and an air horn. And you do have to go back to the spawn point. Funnily enough, the air horn noise is not compressed within the game. You can actually see it inside the working folder for the game, which is very strange. I don't know how that works. But anyway, like I said, there are 2 incarnations of this game, so I'm going to show you the next incarnation, which is actually a Super Hot inspired version of Sender. Let's go to that right now. And this is Sender Hot. Very obvious title that this is a Super Hot clone, or so forth. If we go to the options, we can now see that music has been replaced with ambience, and standard, hard, and suicide are here, but talentless and easy are gone. And you can also see that the description of the difficulties has changed from explaining how it will affect you to just super hot, and it repeats as you increase the difficulty. This game was entered into the Make It Super Hot contest, and I actually, well, I got a participant award. I was mailed a Super Hot t-shirt. So let's go to City Border on standard difficulty, and I'll show you how this version is different. So it only plays the remix music, as you can see. So everything works as normal except when you're moving. If you're moving, the game plays at normal speed, but if you're not, it plays in slow motion. I'm not sure how slow that is, but it means that you can get away with a lot more. Turrets only take one shot now, and you take one shot as well. This is very similar to how Super Hot works. So let me reattempt this with just... Actually, you know what? Let's turn this to suicide. Let's just turn this to suicide and attempt this again. Alright. So now the turrets move exceptionally fast. You can even see they're moving during the slow-mo very fast. But thankfully it's really easy to dodge them. So I don't even think that this could be considered a suicide difficulty because you're moving so slow and you're able to easily predict their movements. Gotta make sure I run down my power. Power is not linked to time, so it actually runs down a lot faster than you would expect it to run down. So in essence, there's a lot less pressure to conserve power and such. What? I instinctively shot twice. I'm just so used to normal Sender that I did that. But yeah, this is basically Sender Hot in a nutshell. There isn't anything else to it. It was just something I threw together to enter into the Make It Super Hot contest. Actually, I think that I started work on this even before the Make It Super Hot contest. Probably. I don't exactly remember. So yeah, the game is functionally identical to Sender with the added twist of Super Hot mechanics and such. We're not going to go ahead and play weapons testing. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will be making the next episode in this anyway, because why wouldn't I? How about you just tell me what you think of this game, and maybe you could tell me if you got a high score or something. Thank you for that, and I will see you whenever I make my next video. Hopefully soon. Bye.